Good morning everyone, so we're going to be looking at a double unboxing of two very sort of original classic Casios. We're going to be looking at the F91 and the A158. I've seen a couple, well I had a couple of messages and emails about these watches, Casio, the F91 and the A158, so I thought, well, why don't we have a look at them both together. So yeah, let's get around to it, shall we? So on the left hand side we've got the F91 and on the right we've got the A158. Let's unbox them both before we start. So they're very sort of similar, very similarly packaged in a simple sort of plastic outside cover. Casio have never really been known for their quality of box. They mainly focus on obviously on the design of the watch rather than the box aesthetics. To one side. So here we go guys, this is the Casio double unboxing if you like, with the F91 against the A158. So the F91 is on the left and the A158 is on the right. They are very similar in terms of the size. So you've got 35, the F91 is 35.2 millimeter case diameter with an 8.5 millimeter case thickness, whereas the A158 is a little bit bigger. It's 36.8 millimeters case diameter with an 8.2 millimeter thickness. So it's a little bit thinner, but it's also bigger, the A158, but it's not really a noticeable difference. The F91 is also about half the weight. It's 21.6 grams, and the A158 is 48 grams, so it's just over double really. It's quite a, but it's they're both quite light really. They're barely sort of noticeable difference. Well, you do notice difference I suppose with the double size. The F91 is a lot cheaper as well, so it's £20, whereas the A158 is about triple that, so it's £60. This is the price when I bought them myself to compare for review. They might have changed by now, but that's the price I paid for them from the same place as well. They both use a module 593 digital quartz movement. That 593 movement gives you a 7-year guaranteed battery life. And the actual battery behind that is the CR2016, offering the actual movement offers an accuracy of plus or minus 30 seconds per month, so it's quite a accurate movement. So in terms of the actual colours, you get 6 different variants. Well, you might have more nowadays, but I saw 6 variants of the Casio F91, whereas the A158 has less defined variants. There's not many of them. I just see the stainless steel one, whereas the F91, I see lots of different colours for it. So moving on to the case here, so let's get a little bit closer. So the actual casing for the F91 on the left is made of full resin. So it's a full resin case and full resin glass as well. Whereas the other one is a compound of resin and chrome casing and bezel. That's probably why it weighs a little bit more. But in terms of the actual functions of the watch, let's put one down for now. Let's just have a look at this one. So in terms of the actual functions of the watch, you get they're both the same. They both do the exact same functionality. So they both have resin glass for a start. They both also have the auto calendar. So this is auto adjusting calendar, even for the February where the days are less. You also get a daily alarm choice. You also get a backlight. So the backlight can show you here, hopefully. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's that button there, I believe, is the backlight. I might be able to show it a bit better on this one. There you go. You see the backlight on there as well. So they both have a backlight. Both splash resistant, so I wouldn't wear them. Well, they water resistant, but they're not waterproof resistant to that much. They both offer a stopwatch as well, with both the same number of modes. They both have 3 modes, so it's got elapsed time, split time, and first and second place timing. So I'm not going to go and show you that. It's just a simple unboxing. But in terms of the actual sort of how these watches came into existence was, well, I believe the A158 is a little bit older. I had to do a little bit of digging to figure this out, but in the 1984 catalogues, like shopping catalogues, you would see this watch, the A158. It also featured in Home Alone 2, and it's got a bit more of a Game Boy look if you want to go for that style. More of a shiny classic, really. Whereas the Casio F91, it's very controversial. When this first appeared, it's said to be around about 1989. That's the source I could find online. It appeared in on Ryan Reynolds when he appeared in Free Guy. It's got a bit more of a circuit board look, so it's a bit more retro in that aspect, really. They both have a very similar strap width. I can tell you the strap width now. I just bashed the camera. Both have a similar strap width. Let's have a little look. So at the lug width, they are 18mm for that one. So it should be 18 as well. Yeah, so you can't go for the strap size of whatever you like. You have to go for the lug width. So I'd go for a actual Casio alternative strap if you're going to change the strap over. And coming down to the buckles, obviously one's got the a bit more of a, the actual A158 has a bit more of a classic sliding buckle. Don't really see this nowadays. Again, you'd see that in the 80s, really. But a lot of sort of these watches are being reinvented nowadays with a modern look, like the Tissot PRX, but that doesn't have a sliding buckle, obviously. But it's that sort of thing. These straps are gradually coming back on the more classical designs, whereas the F91 that has an actual leather strap that feeds through, like so. There's no quick release on either of these straps, really. Let's have a look at the back plates for them. Both similar in terms of the back plate. All got screws to screw that down in place. So there you go, guys. That is the double unboxing of the Casio F91 and A158.